Are you suggesting now that I should have retired myself?
No!
And walked off?
No.
That's what I'm hearing here.
This is going really well, isn't it?
And I can't wait for the day that I can retire and go and watch an India-Pakistan game live somewhere.
Well, we have to be inside because guess what? It's raining in Melbourne, and I've got someone who doesn't live in Melbourne. He's just been pointing out to me, Aaron Finch. What's the go?
Yeah, it's tough. The weather gods haven't been kind so far in the tournament, but I mean, it'll clear up. Melbourne will come through with the goods.
Is there any truth to the rumour that you were seen in the streets of Melbourne yesterday, dressed in green, doing Feet of Flames river dancing, and after several pints of Guinness, you've actually changed your name by deed poll to Aaron Finch?
No, that's certainly not true. It was a result that obviously helped our case in the tournament after losing our first game quite heavily, but we knew that coming into this tournament how tight it was going to be. So we've got to just keep winning, hopefully, and yeah, we've got another chance tomorrow.
Oh come on! You must have at least been giving a little fist pump for Ireland.
No, honestly, it's when you watch or you're reading scores on games of cricket, or when you watch it in particular, you just want a good game, and I think, regardless of what the result is, like the India-Pakistan game, that was amazing. I was actually sitting at home nervous. I was nervous in the build-up watching that because I know how big a clash it is, and I can't wait for the day that I can retire and go and watch an India-Pakistan game live somewhere. So that's the kind of stuff. I was really amazing. I was sitting on the couch in my hotel room and I was nervous in the build-up. It's quite strange, yeah. So
you could alienate or endear a whole heap of fans by this next answer.
Don't ask it then.
Who were you hoping was going to win?
Well, again, it doesn't bother me who wins, but what it was a Virat Kohli masterclass. You always felt, even though they were so far out, I think with 3 overs to go, that if he was still there, you know the amount of pressure that he puts on opposition just by being there. So, yeah, it was great viewing.
It certainly was. Well, this group though now has obviously been blown wide open by that. With so many games so tight, when you look at this rain, how much are you looking at specific scenarios at the moment where there might be rain-shortened games? And also, I guess, the effect it's had on pitches, and we've seen, it's been tricky. Bowlers are in it. You admittedly just on the press conference and had some trouble getting going against Sri Lanka.
Yep.
Do you think it's this sort of tournament, we were talking about this, where maybe some of those scrappy, dogged, for better or want a word, ugly...
Are you saying I was ugly the other night?
Yeah, sorry. No.
I agree with you. It was an ugly innings.
But that those may be the sorts of innings that actually count a fair bit in this tournament?
Yeah, not as ugly as mine was the other night, but I think it just allows the rest of the batting unit to function around somebody, which is so important in T20. We know when we've played as well as we can as a batting group, then generally one of the top 3 has batted quite deep into the innings. So that's the only difference. And I think with the ball swinging and seaming slightly more at the start of the innings than what it might do traditionally when teams play T20 here, which is generally at the back half of January, when you get some pretty flat wickets throughout the Big Bash and the back end of the summer. It's maybe a different style of game slightly.
Do you think there might be a situation, so if you're in a situation where it's like that, the runs aren't flowing, it's difficult, whether it's you or someone else... Are you
suggesting now that I should have retired myself?
No!
And walked off?
No.
That's what I'm hearing here.
This is going really well, isn't it? No, but is it the sort of... Do you think that could happen? Not necessarily yourself, but is there...
I think it's happened in domestic cricket, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has happened in domestic cricket.
I think a couple of guys have done it in domestic cricket. Yeah, absolutely, I can foresee it happening. I think... Here's one for you.
Oh?
What about if, after one ball of an over, like the bowling team obviously can't change, but the person batting next is the perfect matchup for that person. If you retire out, you're out, aren't you?
Yeah, you're out, you're gone, done, Dunsky.
But what about if you just pretend to limp off? Like you limp off and say, no, I'm retiring hurt. That guy gets to come out and face 5 balls, see what happens. He retires hurt, you come back on.
Oh my God, you've just witnessed this here. Aaron Finch's underhand. That's a sneaky tactic, but...
Is it though?
If you're pretending, yes, it's dishonest.
You could have a cramp.
Oh my God, okay.
Unless you're a medical expert, you can't judge me on that.
If you get a cramp in this tournament and go off, right, we're using this
There shouldn't be
evidence.
many cramps with the weather being the way it is. It might be more frostbite than anything, but...
Yeah, well...
Would you say that is against the spirit of the game?
Oh, wow.
I'm interviewing you now.
You are. This is turned around.
Yeah.
I think that anything within the laws is within the spirit of the game.
Yeah, so you're all for man-cutting and everything?
Yeah, I don't use that term. I use running out the non-striker. But yes, if it's...
Why not? Why don't you use that term?
Because Vinu Mankad was a legend of the game. And,
sorry. Apologies to...
The family of Vinu Mankad. Yes. Well done. Yes, I think anything that was within the laws, because otherwise...
Would you warn a batsman first? Or you're just fair game, just first ball of the innings, just knock them off?
Do you get warned if you're batting out of your crease and the keeper's going to try and stump you?
Good call. I like it.
I see.
I like it.
I think we need to remove the stigma. I've noticed Mitch Stark has been out there. I think he's flying the flag a bit, except he can't. He's going too fast to actually do it, so he's just giving warnings.
Or is he?
Well, God, we're learning all sorts.
Yeah.
No, if you're in
Let's get back on
rules,
track.
Within the rules, within the spirit of the game. Okay?
Good.
So you have my permission.
Sure.
Okay?
No worries.
Wait till we see him limp off. Just remember to come back. This is going to be evidence. Thanks and good luck.
Thank you.